Hi, my name is Claire McCoy, and this is my professional response number one. I'm going to be talking about two specific children that I have worked with that I consider to be challenging. I will call these children Child 1 and Child 2. Child 1 is a child that I have worked with for only a semester, about a year ago. He was 4 years old when I was working with him, and his behaviors that I considered to be challenging were hitting, biting, and kicking other children, as well as resistance to listening to teachers and following instructions. I used consistency in addressing these challenges with him, and I reacted the same way when he hit, kicked, or bit another child. I would first address the situation by addressing the hurt child or potentially hurt child, making sure that they were okay. I would then tell him that if he wasn't being safe with himself or with his friends, and if he did things that maybe hurt his friends, then his friends are probably not going to want to play with him. I would then ask him to check on his friend or friends that he hurt and see if they were okay. If he was still engaged with me, I would sometimes be able to have an open conversation with him about what's safe, what isn't safe, what he could have done differently, and maybe why he necessarily did what he did. He would sometimes say things like, "Oh, I pushed or hit them because they were in my way." So we could talk about a safe way of letting a friend know that, they're in your way. And so we would talk about language to use, such as, "Excuse me, I need to get through," or "Could you please move?" I think that just being consistent with him really helped a lot. I also think it was frustrating for him specifically because every time a teacher interacted with him, it was when they were telling him, "Please do not do this, you're not being safe." And so I think that was really frustrating for him. So I tried to catch him a lot when he was exhibiting positive and safe behavior and let him know, "Hey, I like how you're being safe with your friends. I like how you're being safe with the materials in the sandbox," and just kind of give him some positive words. Child number 2 is a child that I have worked with last semester, and I'm currently working with this semester as well. This child is 2, almost 3 years old, and the challenging behaviors that he sometimes does is he doesn't want to get his diaper changed or use the potty, not wanting to wash his hands before meals, not wanting to rest at nap time, and also not wanting to sit at circle time. Specific strategies I have been using to address these behaviors is consistent, as well as using my voice as a tool. I try to pay really close attention, not just with him, but all the other children, and what my voice sounds like when I'm asking him to do things. At first, I use a calm, positive tone, and if he keeps resisting, I then have to use a more firm tone. And when I use a more firm voice tone, I say things like, "I need you to go potty, it's time to go potty," and that's usually a last resort. I tend to not like using a firm voice tone. But I could also say things like, "If you can't rest your body on your own, I'm going to have to help you. And it's time to sit at circle time. I'm going to give you a choice. You can sit in my lap or another teacher's lap, or you could sit next to one of your friends." Child number 2 does not have a large vocabulary. So when we give him choices, such as, "Would you like 1 minute or 2 minutes until potty?" he usually does not respond. So then that forces us as teachers to kind of choose for him, essentially, and say, "Okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes." And then I think he gets frustrated because, and he's resistant to whatever we are needing him to do at the time. I've also had to sometimes physically move his body if he's not willing to move it on his own, if it's in an unsafe place. For example, if he's face down on the floor right by the sink and right by the potty area, that's probably not a safe place to be because he's probably going to get stepped on by other children. So just letting him know, "I'm concerned about your safety in this area. We're going to need to move your body." But I always give him a choice. "I'm going to let you move your body yourself, or if you can't, I'm going to have to help you." So always giving him a choice in those types of situations. And he also tends to scream very loudly. And I'm learning how to remain calm in those situations, even though on the inside I am kind of panicking a little bit because he's screaming at me. I need to remain calm because he's not calm at all, so one of us has to be. And also just being a really positive example for the other children and showing them that even though he's over here screaming off the top of his head, everything's okay, and I'm calm as a teacher. If I were to work with these children again, I wouldn't necessarily do anything different. However, I would let myself know that I am doing my absolute best in healing the situation to the best of my ability based on my knowledge and my experience. Sometimes it may not go as planned, my approach, but just knowing that this is a learning experience for both me and the child, that really helps. Thank you.